Hello, and welcome to my section and presentation of the Emotional Intelligence Symposium. Today we'll be talking about stress tolerance. I'm Spencer Barlow, MBA student at Ottawa University, attending the Emotional Intelligence in the Workplace class with Dr. Brian Forsyth. Stress tolerance is certainly something that I have some interest in. I can't speak for everybody, but I know that I have a lot of stress factors in my life. Those include a mortgage, car payments, 4 kids, a wife, full-time job, volunteering in my community and church, and to top it all off, I'm taking this MBA course along with another one. So I know that others will have more or less stress factors and some will be more impactful than others. So this topic specifically is of interest to most, if not everybody. So thank you for joining me as we explore stress tolerance. So as part of Barlow's 15 competencies, we've covered a few different competencies in the previous weeks. We've talked about self-regard, self-awareness, empathy, and social responsibility. Today, again, stress tolerance will be our chosen topic. So what is stress tolerance? It's the ability to effectively and constructively manage your emotions. Also, when adverse events come up in your life, you're able to deal with them without getting overwhelmed. I also think of it as a tactical problem-solving technique. You choose a course of action for coping with the stress that you're feeling. Also, you keep an optimistic disposition towards change and overcoming problems, as well as that you feel empowered, that you are able to influence and control any stressful situation that might come up. So in our class, we've already gone over the 4 skills of emotional intelligence as captured in the Emotionally Intelligent Manager to identify, use, understand, and manage emotions. So where does stress tolerance fit in here? Under manage emotion. It certainly touches each one of these, but it's not really that you recognize it, but more what do you do with the stress feelings that you have and how can you use them in a more positive way. We're also using another construct in our class with the book Primal Leadership. So this is the emotional intelligence domains of personal competence and social competence combined with what I see and what I do to create this matrix. So stress tolerance fits into the self-management, as in how do you manage these emotions that you're feeling to turn for the better. So there are a few competencies that relate to stress tolerance. Those include self-control and adaptability. So self-control is to manage disturbing emotions that come up in your life and to stay calm and clear-headed in very high stress situations. Also, to remain unflappable in difficult situations. Also, adaptability is to be able to juggle the demands of life without losing focus, be comfortable with ambiguity and uncertainty, as well as flexible to new challenge and nimble in fluid situations. So stress tolerance taken to the extremes. One is resilience, where you have stress tolerance that really works. And then there's anxiety for when it doesn't work. So let's start with the anxiety part. So dysfunction is not acting properly. Some of the symptoms of that are tension, irritability, apprehension, poor concentration, and worry. And when you have this, it really is difficult to make decisions. On the flip side, resilience, when everything is working right for your stress tolerance competency. Then you demonstrate a positive attitude, recover quickly from setbacks, and are confident in your decision making. So how to increase your stress tolerance? First, find opportunities in the challenge. Don't focus on just the immediate problem in front of you, because what you should do is look for opportunities and find the silver lining in anything that you're experiencing. Also, look for the bigger picture. Remember why you care about the work that you're doing, both at work or at home or in the community. Also, put your stress in context. find meaning in the stress. Third, build in recovery time. It's important that we take breaks between stressors. Don't go from one to the next. Allow some time for recovery. You can do this by finding certain active activities or tech-free relaxation. In addition, get at least 6 hours of sleep. I know it's difficult for me with 4 kids, but it is possible and important. So as far as the nature of stress, is it good or is it bad? That's a question that many have tried to answer over the years. And what I found was an interview with Kelly McGonigal. So she is the presenter for the TED Talk that we had in our class this week. And I found an interview that she did with Clifton Parker of the Stanford News on May 7th of 2015. So Ms. McGonigal indicated some positive aspects of stress as she was doing research and highlights these in her new book, The Upside of Stress. So we're going to go through some of the questions and answers that Mr. Parker and Ms. McGonigal went through to gain some more insights about stress. First, how can one cultivate a mindset to embrace stress? Well, there's 2 different viewpoints, a negative viewpoint and a positive viewpoint. Under the negative viewpoint, when someone has that, they develop harmful coping devices such as drinking, procrastinating, imagining worst case scenarios, and even drug use. I think my favorite on that list is procrastinating. And those that have a goal to avoid stress actually increase their reliance on harmful coping strategies. Now, on the other side, the positive viewpoint are those that are associated with better health, emotional well-being, and productivity at work. It encourages positive coping devices, such as trying to tackle the source of the stress, seeking social support, and also finding meaning in the stress. So should we just tell ourselves that stress is good for us? Ms. McGonigal kind of went into 3 protective beliefs about stress. The first is to view stress responses in your body as helpful and not debilitating. They're getting you ready for something. Also, view yourself as able to handle, learn, and grow from stress in your life. It's a tool. And the third, view your stress as a common factor that everyone deals with. Nobody has a corner on the market for stress. Everybody has it in one shape or form. And so that it's important to realize that it is a common factor for everybody. When is stress bad? Well, there's certainly a risk of illness and depression as stress becomes chronic or you have traumatic stress episodes. And rarely do we get to choose the stress sources in our life, and we certainly do not have the luxury of avoiding them. So our ability to embrace stress requires a very high tolerance for ambiguity and uncertainty. And it's good to understand that stress has 2 factors. It can certainly make you sick, but it can also make you stronger. So here are my takeaways on stress tolerance and stress in general. Stress tolerance is vital as stress is a constant in everybody's life. Having an optimistic mindset is the key to effective stress tolerance development. Moderate amounts of stress are motivating and engaging. A little bit goes a long way. And last, change is important. I know that in my own life, some of the most stressful times are when I had to change my careers or when I brought a new child into our family have also turned into the best moments of my life. So stress really can be there at the best times. So that's it. That's my presentation for you. I hope that you took something away from it. I know that I did as I looked at this. So here are the references, and I hope you have a great weekend.